My name is Margaret A. Davis, RN, a.k.a. Faluki. Faluki is walking with God. I did my DNA ancestry, and I'm 80% West African. So I should have a African name. And when I was in the hospital, all the fellow patients would call me Granny Cookie because I took everybody's chocolate chip cookie. And so I'm having all my great-grandchildren refer to me as Granny Cookie, because I like that name. I'm a nurturer. I am all 4 areas of nursing: clinical, research, education, and administration. Nursing is well-rounded, and I have done it all. I've been in nursing for 45 years, and not a day goes by that I have not been excited about being a nurse. When you have a job that you would do without getting paid, that's an occupation. That's a vocation. That's a God-given. And so any day that the ceiling fall in, I'm going to dig a hole and go straight to heaven without any reservations. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. Dr. Carol Alexander, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Margaret.
I feel that this is a part of me.
It is.
This is my legacy.
Yes, it is.
Tell us about the program. First, tell us about the chapter, and then tell us about your impending RN program.
Well, our chapter started March 2018. It is the Illinois South Suburban National Black Nurses Association chapter. We are the 4th chapter here in Illinois. Our connection is with Khan Academy of Nursing. Khan Academy of Nursing has been in existence now for the past 10 years. Thanks to Margaret. Margaret was the catalyst that opened the door for our program. And we owe her everything. We look at the time that we spent developing it. We first went into the high school system. From the high school, we stayed there for 5 years. And we came out, developed the adult PN program. Just 2 weeks ago, we were awarded the opportunity to offer an associate degree in nursing. So we're doing a ladder, LPN to RN for our students. So to this woman, we give kudos, and we look forward to the future. That's it.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Hi, Dr. Davis. How are you?
Doing?
I am wonderful and blessed tonight. How are you?
Now, you were my student, weren't you?
I was your student. Should I tell how many years ago?
Yes, it was.
I was a student in 1983.
Oh, my God.
1983. Dr. Davis was my instructor.
I tell you. And now look at her now.
30 years later.
30 years later.
30 years later.
She's a real nurse. Tell us about your career and how you happened to be a board member of this organization.
Well, I'm excited to tell you that I've been in nursing now 30 years, and my background was basically I started med-surg, and then I went to telemetry for a little bit. I did a little bit of home health, but now I actually do telephonic nursing.
Oh, tell us about that.
I work from home. I am so blessed to say I work from home, and I talk to patients of all disciplines. I never know what type of patient I will be speaking with, an OB-GYN patient, a peds patient, psychological concerns. We deal with it all. But the blessed part is I get to work from home. An advocate has allowed me to do that, so I'm so grateful for that. I just got involved with CAN and with the Black Nursing Association. We are a brand new chapter. We're not even a year old yet. I think we're about 10 months old now, so we're very excited to represent the Illinois South Suburban Black Nursing Association.
I just want to get our other board member there.
Catherine Sears.
Catherine, come, and I want to interview you next. Yes, it's only 3 minutes. Okay. But what role do you play with the organization?
I am actually the treasurer.
Oh, that's an
I handle the money. So it's an exciting role. I'm just so proud to be a part of the organization. I'm so happy to be around so many professional African American women that are doing powerful things within the community.
And just tell you happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
What's your name?
Lashira Moore.
Well, tell me about your singing career.
Well, I don't just sing, I do musical theater, so I'm a singer and an actress.
Okay.
But I do sing in several jobbing bands, just singing in weddings and corporate events, here in the city and other places.
I would imagine you have a car.
I think I do, yes, I would.
Okay, I would hope you do.
Yes, I do.
Miss Entrepreneur.
Oops.
Okay. So, how did you get this job here?
Well, I'm associated with Mike Gore, and he's the drummer of the group. And I would say that his mom booked us.
Okay.
And of course, Mike got in touch with me, and I said, sure, I would do it.
Okay, then. And Mike is
The drummer.
the son of a nurse.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And I'd like to interview Mike and his mother.
Sure.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And can I just say how beautiful you look tonight?
I dressed up a bit.
And you succeeded.
20% of these people are my students.
Really?
I was a nurse practitioner and a assistant professor at Chicago State.
Wow. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Okay.
And you have a blessed
You
one.
gonna sing another rendition?
Yes, right after this.
Okay then. Looking forward.
Thank you.
All right. Mother, you birthed that big boy.
I did.
Oh, he is fine and he's got great locks.
Thank you so much.
Okay, what's
Thank
your
you.
name, Mother?
I am Geneva Gore.
And where do you work? Are you retired?
No, I am I am the district nurse for School District 163 in Country Club Hills.
Okay.
And I am also one of the adjunct instructors at Can Academy of Nursing.
Okay.
And I have the awesome privilege of being one of the founders of the Illinois South Suburban chapter of the NBNA.
I'll tell you, you know, I know you. Are you master's prepared or doctoral prepared?
Ooh, you prophesying. I'm working on the masters.
Okay, that's great. That is so great. And this is your
This
beautiful
is my
son.
oldest son, Michael here, and you said how big he was. You wouldn't believe he was a preemie. You
Baby.
can't tell.
I was a preemie.
3 pounds and I was 3 pounds and 5 ounces. You feel me? That's what she tell me. She tell me all the time she can hold me in one hand.
I tell you.
You know what I mean?
I tell you, those preemies, those black preemies just come on and just do it. Okay?
But see, and this was number one. That's son number two.
Okay. I just wanted to tell you all that nurses make beautiful babies.
I agree. I
agree.
agree.
They are caring.
Yeah.
You know, we teach our children to care about humanity.
Yeah.
Amen.
Don't just take a check.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Because when I went into school nursing, I was like, they pay how much? But you know, I understand that I have been on assignment because at that time it was a cut in half of the amount of money that I was working as a clinical nurse.
Yes.
But, you know, I can't even talk about how God has used me.
Okay.
And he teaches. Michael's a teacher, a music
Yeah, I'm
teacher.
a music teacher.
Okay.
Performer.
And I'm glad that in the south suburbs they have not eliminated music because
Me
we
too.
are a music people. I just wanted to ask you what role you play with the South Suburban Nurses.
I am one of the founding members, and then I am on some of their various committees.
Okay. Are you on the program committee?
I work.
Committee.
You know what? I have the scholarship committee and community service.
You know, because by being in the schools, I would like to remind you about the HPV
Vaccine.
vaccine, as well as the meningitis vaccine,
Yes.
okay, and the flu vaccine.
Yes, I have. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. I actually have Walgreens coming to my district on Tuesday,
Okay.
so that they can provide flu shots. And you know, I had an interview with Amy Moses of Ronald McDonald. Their calendar was full this year, but they'll be coming next year to do vaccines for those underprivileged children. I have The Ageless Eyes are going to be coming in February to do the eye exams and, provide eyeglasses if they need them. So yes, I know that I'm on assignment, and yes, we do have to make sure that our children, they are our future. So the slogan in School District 160 is every child, every chance.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And thank you for the interview.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. This is now tell them your name.
My name is Vanessa Bird.
And I saved her mother's life.
Oh my goodness, yes you did.
She had a cardiac arrest at a nightclub.
Yes you
And
did.
I just happened to be there.
And saved my mother's life. That was on August 6, 2012.
And I tell you, my CPR was current.
Yeah.
And I did those compressions, and the ambulance was there in 4 minutes, and she was at Mercy in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that mother lived.
Yeah.
And her daughter is a intensive care nurse.
My sister Sandrina. Yes.
And when the doctors were doing shopping care, that daughter stepped in and directed the care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, she did.
And how is your mother?
My mother passed.
Her mother passed
On
but
April the
she
30th.
She had at least 10 years. How many years did she have since the incident?
2012, and she died in 2017. 5 years.
5 years.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm just so pleased to have met her mother. Her mother, you know how they do the line dancing? You know, she could do that percolator.
Yeah.
Okay,
Percolator, what's that, wobble dance?
that wobble, she could wobble, she could wobble.
And she was a stepper.
She could wobble, wobble, wobble.
But she was also a registered nurse herself.
And so I'm just excited about, I knew this girl. You see, I took you out the group.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not a nurse. But my mother, my beautiful baby, Bernadine Elaine Bird, was a nurse. And she was a supervisor at Oak Forest Hospital. And she had a passion for care. And she opened up an agency called Divine Intervention Healthcare. And she was just phenomenal. Thank you.
And I'm telling you that these are entrepreneur nurses.
Mm-hmm.
They send out nurses on registry.
Yes.
You know, and so I'm just really excited about meeting you again.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad to see you.
Hi.
How are
This is
you?
the Oprah smile. Look at it, Wanda. I mean, don't she look beautiful?
Thank you.
She's a beautiful, full-figured lady.
That's right.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is Catherine Seals.
Catherine Seals. And is your family nursing?
Yes, my mother is a nurse.
What's your mother's name?
Her name is Raleen Seals.
Raleen Seals.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I know your mother.
Yeah, she's in there.
Okay. Bring her out.
Bring her out. Okay.
What's your name?
Oh, Raleen Seals.
Kind of talk up a little bit.
Oh, Raleen Seals.
And you a nurse for how many years?
Ooh. Jesus. Ooh. 33.
33 years. I've been a nurse for 45 years.
Oh, that's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Yes, it is.
I've done it all. I've been in the military. I have been a nurse practitioner for 42 years.
Wow.
And I have been a professor of nursing at Chicago State for 30 years.
Okay.
So many of the participants in there are my students.
Yeah. Wow, that
Okay.
is great.
And who are you?
I'm Catherine Seals.
Catherine Seals.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is your claim to fame in nursing?
Oh, I have been in nursing since I was 17.
Yes.
Okay.
17, I'm 30, going on 38.
And that's the program we started.
Yes, I started with the Chicago Public School Practical Nursing Program at Simeon.
And we had the young enough to make a difference because when I graduated from nursing school in 1973, you know, I was 21 years old.
Oh, okay.
And I'm 67 now. So
Younger
I've been,
than me.
So I've been a nurse long enough.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I wanted to have a program
Yes.
that recruited young people so they could have a long
yeah.
years in nursing.
Yes.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Now, what do you do for the Suburban Black Nurses Association?
I am the secretary for Illinois South Suburban Black Nurses Association.
Now, the secretary is the keeper of the records.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you take good notes?
Yes, ma'am. Thank God for technology. I record. Yes.
Okay. And you give a minutes every
Yes.
meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
And they adopt it each meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so we have good parliamentary procedure,
Yes,
Wanda.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. I said everything is running real good.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we're building on the legacy of Dr. Lori Ann Sams. She was the founder of the National Black Nurses Association.
Yes.
She was a beautiful nurse.
Yes.
And she had a vision that we no longer had to depend on the American Nurses Association. In 1952, Mabel Stoppers gave all our resources away for the Colored Nurses Association. She, just got rid of a legacy. They had a building, they had staff, and she turned it all over to the American Nurses Association, thinking that they would be able to matriculate in the American Nurses Association. In 1971, there was not one African American who achieved leadership in that organization. So in Florida, Dr. Lori Ann Sams and about 20 PhD nurses decided that they were going to develop the National Black Nurses Association so that the leaders that they were would have a position. And those nurses went on to excel. One of our past presidents is now the head of AARP.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nurses doing it.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
One
are.
nurse is the head of the Girl Scouts.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
Baby, Akron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we're doing it.
Yes, we are.
And we're spreading our joy and our love around. And Mother, thank you for making another nurse. I've known this girl, seems like all my life, but we can't pinpoint where we first met each other. Talk about yourself, your name and where you're at.
I am now retired, but I have been a nurse since 1973. I graduated from Cook County School of Nursing, and then I later went to DePaul University, got my bachelor's there, and I started my career at Mount Sinai Hospital. So Mount Sinai was a great learning experience, and when I was there, after I decided to go back to DePaul University, I met an instructor there who told me about nurse practitioner program that was at the University of Wisconsin in Oshkosh. So I said, well, that sounds good. So I went to the University of Wisconsin at Oshkosh and became a nurse practitioner.
And OB-GYN.
Yes, I went to Winfield Moody, which was at the time, before they changed their name, it was near North Health Center. And they were in the Cabrini Green area. And I did OB-GYN there. And when I left there, I started to go into school health. And I went to Crane High School. We had a school-based health center
Where
there.
I know you from?
Crane High School.
Right, because you were with Dr. Webb.
Yes. Yes.
I knew
Right.
you.
Okay. So you must have been on the board.
Yes.
You was on her board. Right. Okay. That's where we know each other from then.
Now,
Yes.
Dr. Webb is a full bird colonel.
Mhm.
You know what that is, Wanda? That is the top of the line. She went to Bosnia as the head of the regiment in Bosnia, Europe. And she was the head of the Near North regiment out in the lake, the Waukegan area.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And now she's working on a theology degree. She is a highly educated woman, and I'm happy to serve with her for 30 years at Chicago State University.
Oh, okay.
We go for professors of nursing. as you can met my former student. Okay?
Yes.
So, thank you.
Okay, you're very
Okay,
welcome.
give me some love. Now, because we know how we know each other.
Right.
As a nurse, you have to always be aware of your environment. And when our last guest talked about me saving her mother's life, I saw her fall. And I immediately ran there, Wanda, you know, and I saved that lady's life. And the first responders was there in 4 minutes. And Mercy was right around the corner, and they went in 10 minutes. And I'm telling you that it was beautiful. Okay, now we have Miss Rose.
Hello.
Tell her your name.
Hello, I'm Rose Murray. And what else you want me to tell them, Margaret?
Tell her about yourself.
Okay, I'm Rose Murray. I've been a nurse for 40 years.
Close the door, baby. Close the door.
And sitting here with Margaret Davis. I graduated. I'm sitting in my alma mater, the new one. So this is where I got my first nursing degree. It was Malcolm X College. I was just sitting in there looking at some of the photos from the event, and I was sharing with our nursing students that are there that we wore pink pinafores here at Malcolm X, or a pink dress and our little nursing caps. Currently, I hold a master's clinical nurse specialist in adult health. Still working on my doctorate in nursing practice with a focus in education. Hope to be finished with that soon.
Where are you going?
I am at Governor State University. I did undergrad at Indiana Wesleyan, grad at Governor State, and then I went back for my DNP. Also, I'm a co-founder for Khan Academy of Nursing, and through Margaret Davis, we were able to start that program up. We were written into a grant, and that provided funds for us to actually be able to start the program.
$50,000, Senator Ricardo Hendon.
And we have been in business now since 2007. Also, the event this evening is sponsored by Illinois South Suburban Black Nurses Association. So I'm also a co-founder with that particular organization as well. And nursing has been my life. I still teach, and I tell my students all the time that nursing basically is how I live my life. It's the nursing process from beginning to end. I see everything through that lens of nursing.
Thank you, Miss Rose.
You are so welcome.
And you're
Thank
looking
you.
so beautiful tonight.
You are too, my dear.
I tell you, we got class.
Hi, how are you?
Not as good
You're
as you.
beautiful.
Not as good
For
as you.
sure.
No, you are beautiful. You looking like Alicia Keys. I tell you, you got those cat eyes. I tell you,
Thank you.
you're beautiful. What's your name?
My name is Ebony
Ebony what?
Scott.
Scott.
Ebony Scott.
And you are in nursing administration.
I am.
Now, there's 4 areas of nursing. Education, clinical, research, and administration.
Absolutely.
And this is an administrative nurse. Okay, can you tell us a little bit about you?
So I am an administrator at a long-term care facility, 248 beds, so about 300 employees. I was previously the director of nursing at that same facility, so nursing is broad. I've been a nurse for 18 years.
I've been a nurse for 45 years.
Yes, I'm
I
trying
tell
to
you.
get like you.
I know you're gonna do it.
I'm working towards it.
I know. Beautiful smile.
Thank you.
And do you know what my master's is in, Miss Wanda? Geriatrics.
I love geriatrics.
From Rush University.
I love geriatrics.
I am a family nurse practitioner for 42 years.
Amen.
I've been a nursing educator for 30 years at Chicago State University. Many of the people are in there are my students.
Amazing.
I tell you, So I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're beautiful. Do you have any children?
I do have children.
How many do you
I
have?
have 3 children.
Do anyone want to be a nurse?
I don't know if they've decided that yet.
Well, you got to put it in their brain.
Yes. Tiny
Because
deposits.
nursing is good.
It is.
And we're going to see another guest that I groomed since 6th grade.
Wow.
And now she's a master's nurse in psychiatry at Hines VA.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies.
This is our lovely bilingual Hispanic nurse liaison to the Hispanic Nurses Association. And she is an active member of the Chicago Chapter National Black Nurses Association. Can you imagine being involved in 2 nursing organizations at the same time? Talk, baby.
Hello, my name's Lori Rincon.
Talk up, because we didn't get that name.
Oh, my name is Lori Rincon. I'm part of the Chicago Chapter Black Nurses Association and working with the National Association of Hispanic Nurses to be a liaison for Chicago Chapter Black Nurses Association. I'm also a student nurse at Malcolm X College, where I'm also the vice president of the National Honor Society for Phi Theta Kappa. So
That's a nursing sorority.
Yes, I'm also the president of Student Nursing Association at Malcolm X College.
Now, this is an active student. She reminds me of me because in 1976, I was recruited by my professor, Dr. Linda Harris Striggles, who was a parliamentarian so bad that when Russia broke up, they need parliamentarians to teach them about parliamentary procedure. She was sent by the government to Russia to teach them about parliamentary procedure. So I'm telling you, nurses, hey, we hold up half the sky. And when I was in Beijing in China, excuse me, I'm doing an interview here, okay, there was a little nurse practitioner there, a Japanese, and she said that she had birthed over 1,000 babies, and each baby that she birthed, she told that baby, I hope you will not be a warmonger, and I want you to be a proponent of peace. And so nurses have a philosophy of caring and peace. Now this girl won the Student Nurse Award at our last fundraiser for the Chicago chapter. How much money did you get, baby?
In total, $1,250.
Well, I tell you.
Thank you, and I'm very, very, very grateful. I had to hold back my tears because that was a tremendous amount of money for me being a nursing student and being involved in all these clubs. It really helped me out a lot. So I'm very grateful.
And she didn't even know that she was getting it. And she was working like she works. And I'm paying her dues to the Hispanic Nurses Association because when we hook up, boy, we're going to take over the city. We're going to take over these hospitals. University of Illinois at Chicago will no longer not have education for Hispanics and blacks.
Washington Adventist University's clinical and adjunct faculty lab instructor Mark Handy was nominated and chosen as Black Male Nurse of the Year by the Black Nurses Association of Greater Washington, D.C. Once nominated, he was scored by a panel and found to have demonstrated expertise and leadership in nursing education, community service, and nursing practice.
I'm the first male to be nominated for this award and to receive it on the 3rd of March. It's a privilege for me to be able to receive this award because I have spent over 31 years in nursing and I love teaching nursing, and it's been a privilege giving back to the community which I've received knowledge from over the past 30+ years.
Instructor Handy will be awarded at the Black Nurse of the Year and Scholarship